And Butch Van Breda Kolff actually, at one point during the season, actually benched Wilt Chamberlain because future Hall of Famer Wes Unseld, who was in his rookie season, right, in 1969, out rebounded Wilt Chamberlain 27-21. Okay, so there was a lot of dislike there. Good day, and welcome to another episode of Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. God is great all the time. All the time, God is great. And let's get right to it, shall we? So today, we're going to be talking about Wilt Chamberlain versus Butch Van Breda Kolff, okay? Now, for all the old head Laker fans, okay? For all the old head Laker fans, you're probably going to be a little bit upset when you hear the name Butch Van Breda Kolff, okay? And I'm about to get to that in a minute. But, let's start out with Wilt. Obviously, he came into the league in 1960. His first year in the league, he averaged 37.6 points and 27 rebounds per game. Damn. Let me read that again. 37.6 points per game and 27 rebounds per game in his first season. Okay. So in 1962, he averaged 50 every game. Okay. And Bear Russell was quoted as saying he averaged 50 points a game one season. That's his average. 50 every game. And not only that, I think 1962 was the season where he averaged 48 minutes per game. Okay. That's his average. Every game. 48 minutes. This dude right here, man. Then in 1963, he only averaged about 45 points a game. Okay, so yeah, he averaged 50 points one season. Then he averaged a whopping 45 points per game, which for Wilt Chamberlain is absolutely nothing. But then he was traded to the Sixers mid-season 1965. And made them a championship contender just like that. Won the championship with Philly in 1967. They beat Russell Celtics along the way 4-1. Defeated the San Francisco Warriors in the NBA Finals. And Philadelphia appeared to have a little bit of a dynasty going on. That was until they played Boston again in 1968. And had Boston down 3-1 again. And Boston came back and won the series. And I believe Wilt Chamberlain only took one shot in the fourth quarter of Game 7, I think. So there was this talk that Wilt had always was promised a piece of the franchise, the 76ers franchise, when he retired, okay? And obviously Sixers said, no, you're not going to get that. So he wanted to leave. And he did. And they traded him to the Lakers for Archie Clark, Darrell Emhoff, and Jerry Chambers, okay? And he signed a 5-year deal worth $250,000, okay? And Jerry Wood has said about Chamberlain, he said Wilt never seemed to be much of a relaxed guy. Like he was always tense. Wasn't fun. That's because Wilt was seen as Goliath, and nobody ever rooted for Wilt Chamberlain, which was true because they saw Chamberlain as Goliath, and they saw Russell as David. So Jerry West said it is definitely tough for him to be a giant. Jerry West also remarked that Wilt Chamberlain thought he was the best at everything that he did. That simply wasn't the case. Because if Wilt Chamberlain was the best at everything he did, Jerry West said he would have been an 80% foul shooter. Okay. And we all know that Wilt was like Shaq when it came to free throws. Okay. He was Shaquille O'Neal shooting free throws before Shaquille O'Neal shooting free throws. Okay. And so, which brings me to the topic of Butch Van Breda Kolff. Okay. Now, Butch Van Breda Kolff had taken over after the 1967 season. He replaced Fred Shaws as head coach. And Jerry West is a strong personality. Elgin Baylor was a strong personality. So was Butch Van Breda Kolff was a strong personality. And Butch Van Breda Kolff ran an offense that required like cutting, moving, sharing the ball, all that. And 1968 was the first year of the 82 game season. Okay. 1968 was the first year of the 82 game season. And I believe the Lakers finished 52-30 that year. Made it back to the NBA Finals. They had been eliminated the previous year in the first round by the Bullets. So they made it back to the NBA Finals against who else but the Celtics. And Celtics took the title again, 4-2. That was the first year of the brand new form too. And the Lakers were down as much as 20 at halftime in Game 6. And Boston pretty much won it going away. Okay. So yeah. So I always got how to have a little harder. Man, my mouth always just seems dry. Whenever I talk, always seems dry. Always. So they lose to Boston in 1968. And Philadelphia contacts Jack Kent Cooke about Wilt. They obviously trade for him. And Butch Van Breda Kolff wasn't thrilled about the idea of having Wilt on board. Okay. So the trouble almost started right away when the Lakers signed Wilt. When the Lakers acquired Wilt. Butch Van Breda Kolff said that, Butch Van Breda Kolff said that Wilt was a load, okay? And Tommy Hawkins, who played with Wilt, who played for the Lakers back then, said Van Breda Kolff referred to Wilt as a load, and Chamberlain referred to Butch Van Breda Kolff as the dumbest coach he ever played for. Okay. He called Butch Van Breda Kolff the dumbest coach he ever played for. Anyway, um, so Butch Van Breda Kolff said he could handle his new center, who thought he would make a great rebounder for the Lakers. And then Wilt came back and said, "Who needs handling? Who needs handling?" Okay, and Red Auerbach always has some snide marks to say. Red Auerbach said after they traded for Wilt, the Lakers traded for Wilt. Red said, "I wonder if Jerry and Elgin are going to be willing to be underlinings to Wilt." And then Jack Hancock said, "That's a typical statement of Mr. Genius." Okay, he called Red Auerbach Mr. Genius. Anyway, so the trouble started right away, and then there was more trouble. At the Maurice Stokes game that had summer, Butch Van Breda Kolff went up to Wilt and asked Wilt to pose with a Lakers t-shirt on and take a picture with Butch Van Breda Kolff. And Wilt Chamberlain said no. And when Wilt Chamberlain said no, the coach was like, Butch Van Breda Kolff fumed. Okay. And so then came training camp, where Butch Van Breda Kolff thought that Wilt would give him one good day's practice and then began slacking off in another practice. Okay. And Wilt Chamberlain thought that Butch Van Breda Kolff was trying to run a pro team with college rules. Okay. And so the Lakers lose to Wilt's old team, the Philadelphia 76ers, on opening night, where Wilt Chamberlain concentrated more on defense and rebounding more than scoring. Okay. And then they played New York the next game, and Chamberlain scored big, and they won. And the Lakers won. Okay. And reporters were asking what was the difference in this game as opposed to the last game. And Wilt Chamberlain responded by saying, "Why don't you go tell the coach?" And there were some who questioned whether Wilt Chamberlain had weakened a team or whatnot, because Wilt Chamberlain set up on the low post, okay? And he set up on the low post, and that's where Elgin Baylor liked to make his moves, where Elgin would be making his moves down a lane, okay? And so that got in the way of Elgin Baylor's drives, and it affected Jerry's game too, somewhat. But Jerry West was more of a outside shooter. Okay. So Van Breda Kolff wanted to move him away from the high post, but that would take away from Chamberlain's rebounding ability. Oh, okay. And Chamberlain privately told friends that Butch Van Breda Kolff favored West and Baylor and blamed Wilt for the losses. Okay. So Fred Schaaf, who had moved up to the front office, had a meeting, and had a meeting with both Chamberlain and Van Breda Kolff. He said, "Listen, I want to make a few things clear. Butch is the boss. Stop sniping at each other, and stop sniping at each other in the media." Okay. Then they had another meeting in Atlanta, where the meeting was ran by Elgin Baylor, okay, who was the team captain, and it was a players meeting, and Elgin Baylor ran it. So some of Wilt's teammates said, Stop being aloof and socialize more, okay? And then they lost to the Seattle Supersonics on February the 3rd, okay? And after that loss, Wilt and Butch Van Breda Kolff yelled at each other for 20 minutes. And they were screaming at each other. And the players, including Jerry West, the players thought that was real embarrassing. And they just wanted to hide. Seeing two men yell at each other like that. And so there could have been some physical activity. But Elgin Baylor intervened and separated the two, okay? And so there was another meeting held. Oh, this just goes to show you how much Chamberlain and Van Breda Kolff did not like each other, okay? So another meeting was held between Shas, Van Breda Kolff, and Chamberlain, okay? And in that meeting, Chamberlain asked Van Breda Kolff, "What do you want me to do?" Van Breda Kolff said, "Play the defensive rebound." Wilt said, "Okay." And the Lakers won the conference title, okay? Not only did they win the conference title, they were one of the best defensive teams in the league, giving up an average of only 95 points per game, okay? And they also had guards Keith Erickson and Johnny Egan to go along with Jerry West. And you also had Tommy Hawkins. Then you had Mel Counts alongside Wilt Chamberlain. Then you had Baylor too. And so I believe it was the Lakers. I think that was the year they came back from a 3-1 deficit against the Warriors, but it may have been in 1970, but who knows? Anyway, though. Anyway, they made it all the way back to the NBA Finals, okay? Where they faced the Boston Celtics, and Jerry West says it over and over again. Jerry West said, the Celtics, they were not the better team that year, period. Okay? The Lakers were better. They won. The Lakers were 55-87, and the Celtics were 48-34. And I believe the Lakers beat them 103-73 a few weeks before the season ended, okay? And so West came out on a tear in game 1. 53 points, 10 assists. Lakers won 121-18. West had 41 in game 2. John Havlicek had 43. Wilt only had 4 points, but did a good job on hustle. The Lakers won 118-112. Boston comes back with a 111-105 win. John Havlicek got injured after being poked in the eye, but he came back and played. Of course, game 4, the Sam Jones shot where he shot the ball and it didn't even look like he was even going to go win. And that famous that famous photo of Wilt Chamberlain, like, as the ball is going in, and agonizing look, because Wilt couldn't believe that Sam Jones hit that shot, okay? And Jerry West was quoted after the game saying in the locker room, Jerry West just said, "It was the Lord's will." Yeah. And so come back for game 5. Wilt has 13 points and 31 rebounds. Russell had 2 points and 13 rebounds. Lakers won going away. Wilt only scored 2 points in game 6. West had 26 on a bad hamstring. And so series is tied at 3-3. That was the famous game 7 where Jack Kent Cooke put balloons up in the rafters of the Forum, and he put out a sheet in all the seats saying when the Lakers win the championship, the USC band will play "Happy Days Are Here Again." the balloons in the rafters will fall down, and cheer curtains will interview Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, and Wilt Chamberlain in that particular order. And Sam Jones got one of those sheets to get back to be her hustle. And he read it to them, read it to the rest of the team. Bill Russell said, the Lakers can beat us. It's not something that had to happen. They just can't beat us. But it's going to be fun to watch them get those balloons out one at a time. That's what Russell said. And the balloons in the rafters was all the incentive that the Boston Celtics needed. Okay. So the Lakers came out and trailed for most of the game, 24-12. Then they closed to within 28-25 at the end of the first. Then they trailed by 3 at half, 59-56. The Celtics led 71-62. Russell drew a 3-point play on Wilt Chamberlain, and Wilt picked up his 5th foul. And Wilt Chamberlain never fouled out of an NBA game his entire career. Playoffs or regular season. Wilt never fouled out of a regular season game, even this one, Game 7. Okay. So Butch Van Breda Kolff left Wilt in, and the lead was extended to 79-66 Boston, and by the time the fourth quarter came, the score was 91-76 Boston. Okay. And so a couple of fouls were so Bill Russell, Sam Jones, and John Havlicek got into foul trouble, and Sam Jones eventually fouled out. Okay. So that's when Jerry West went into her work. And by late in the fourth quarter, the score was 103-94 Boston. Okay. Then it was cut to 103-100. Okay. Then Wilt went up for a shot. Wilt went up for a rebound. Injured his knee, okay? And so Tommy Hawkins tells it like this. He said Wilt hurt his knee, okay? So he just wanted to come out of the game for a few minutes, for a couple of minutes to quiet the knee down, okay? So he just wanted the knee to quiet down. So when the knee quieted down, when the pain subsided, he told Butch Van Breda Kolff he's ready to go back. He told Butch Van Breda Kolff he's ready to go back in. Then Butch Van Breda Kolff said, "We're playing better without you." Huh? You tell one of the best players in the league, "We're playing better without you." Huh? It's like telling Michael Jordan he's ready to go back in the fourth quarter of a game 6 of the NBA Finals. Can you imagine Phil Jackson telling Michael Jordan, "Nah, Mike, you ain't going to hold me back in. We're playing better without you." Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. So Butch Van Breda Kolff did not put Wilt back into the game. Don Nelson hits a lucky shot. Celtics ended up winning 108-106. And after the game, Bill Russell called Wilt a faker, okay? When most people don't know that Wilt Chamberlain asked to go back into the game. And Butch Van Breda Kolff said, "Hell no. You ain't going back in. We're playing better without you." Okay. Wilt wanted to go back in. But Wilt is a faker, right? Come on, man. Come on, man. Ask the Lakers, man. Ask Jerry West. Jerry West said Wilt hated to come out of the game. He hated to come out of the game. And like Tommy Hawkins said, Wilt just wanted to quiet the knee down. And so when they quieted down, he was ready to go back in. And Butch Van Breda Kolff said, no. And 2 weeks after the season ended, Butch Van Breda Kolff resigns because everybody in LA was going to come down on him hard. And that's unfortunate. That Butch Van Breda Kolff said, nope. You will stay in your ass on this bench right here. He didn't say you like that, but Van Breda Kolff refusing to put him back in was wild. Okay. And so, yeah. That's wild, yeah. You don't put one of the greatest players in the history of basketball back in. Hey. It is what it is. All right. That's it and that's all for Throwing It Back with Sean Farrell. I am Sean Farrell. I am out of here. Peace. God bless.